Let's pull this up. Exit here. I'm dragging you guys all around this morning. Here we go. We are live on YouTube. It is good to see you. Got the volume turned off on the computer so we don't get the echo today. And man, it is a pleasure to see you again today. Today is Thursday. Today is July 23rd, 2020. This is the Mañana No Mas morning check-in. And I am Kurt Van Ahn, your host of Mañana No Mas and everything online that's Mañana No Mas. So welcome to today. Yesterday, I had a little bit of a hiccup in my day. Kind of had to check out early, took my kid mountain biking, and man, we had a blast. We didn't go that far, but we did a pretty decent hard climb on the mountain bikes, and he's 12, and every time I take him out, he gets better and better and better. And this is one of those proud dad moments, right? Where you're like, you see the kid doing a little hike-a-bike, you know, hike-a-bike is, I can't get up the hill, so I'm going to push it up the hill, right? And he's doing a little hike-a-bike, but you know, he's not defeated. His attitude is good. He's, you know, sticking with the plan and, you know, and he's not getting frustrated. And that is, to me, that's like one of those signs of growing leadership. That's one of those signs of maturity that's coming through some of this exercise that we do, right? And so looking at the COVID crisis, people are calling it the quarantine 15, things like that with the weight they're putting on and stuff like that. And I'm saying, man, get out, you know, do something. Your body wants that fresh air anyway, right? Even Fauci says fresh air is good for you, right? So get out and get something done. And, you know, if you need some inspiration, you know, obviously we've got the courses in the Mañana No Mas Academy. I've got a lot of fitness stuff in there, things like how to maintain weight loss after a big weight loss challenge, different keto diets to try. I've got a 5 days to a healthy success, right? And that is talking about, you know, fitness, physical fitness to a physical fitness example. And then, you know, I've got some other content that I do with my live shows that I do. It's called live shows, right? But we have like a live consulting thing where I call them their support calls, right? So I have bi-weekly support calls that for people that are members in personal development and fitness, I have a bi-weekly support call. And for people that are in my power sports and marine fixed operations courses, I have bi-weekly support calls. And so what that is every 2 weeks, we get online and we have a real conversation about the ups, the downs, the challenges, the wins, the losses. We celebrate the wins, we discuss the losses, and then we come up with a game plan or a strategy, you know, to kind of get through it and get to the next level of, you know, each step along the way. So, and I always say this, I don't always say this, but here's something I need to remind you. If you're checking into these lives that I do, if you want to jump in on the comment screen, every now and then when you see me turn my head, it's to see if there's a comment or a question that pops up on the YouTube live screen, right? So I'm looking and I don't see anyone in there. But in any case, I don't, you know, I'm not going to go into what happened yesterday and why I had to check out. I'm going to give that some time. I'm going to let that settle and steep and see how good the tea is after about a week or 10 days and see where my brain is on that. Cause I'm not quite sure I want to share that one yet, but it was a weird event. And it's given me some insight as to why some other things have been going on as well. So in any case, that's there. Let's talk about the positives. On the positives, it is Zoom night out tonight. I say this a lot, you know, quarantine sucks, isolation sucks. A lot of people need, you know, they need physical contact, but they need that social interaction, right? And so we've got Zoom night out. I started this months ago, and sometimes we have a small group, sometimes we have a big group. I'm hoping for a bigger group this week. I'd really like to see some people. In fact, I got a new shipment from Naked Wines, and I'm going to open that up as part of Zoom night out tonight and go through, you know, what was in the box, because I got a new box of wine. So I'm going to open up Naked Wines tonight as part of Zoom night out and try and make some fun out of that. And, but Zoom night out is it's a sales-free zone. It's a pressure-free zone. A lot of us are spending a lot of time on Zoom, and without the social aspect of it, you know, it becomes business and stressful, and you're trying to look a certain way, and you want your house to be a certain way, and you want the dog to shut up, and you want the kids to not bother you, and you want your wife to be quiet, or your husband to stop walking around in his underwear behind the screen, right? And so all of this is happening all the time, and Zoom night out is just a time to screw it. It is what it is, man. Turn on the camera and just right. Have a nice drink, have an adult beverage, a glass of wine, a beer, whatever it is that a whiskey sour, I don't care. But you jump on and, and if you're a teetotaler, get you a cup of tea, jump on, share some stories, tell a joke, share a funny thing that happened, in one of your Zoom meetings for the week. But, relax and be social and not worry about having to sell or be sold during the call. And I think that's really, really important. So that'll be tonight. That's at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you go to Facebook or LinkedIn, there's groups on both of those networks called Zoom Night Out. And the one on Facebook has a picture of my dog holding a Bass Ale. And I think the one on LinkedIn, I used a bottle of wine with my tile background from my kitchen, bottle of wine and a glass of wine. And but yeah, I encourage you, jump on to Zoom Night Out, become a member. The invitation, the events are posted within those groups, and then you can get access to do that. I've also got a Zoom Night Out link in the Mañana No Mas website. So if you want a direct link to the Mañana No Mas site without joining the group, just hit the contact link on mañananomas.com. Tell me that you need the link for Zoom Night Out, and I'll email you the link so you can join that way without having to join one of the groups on Facebook in case you're worried about joining groups or getting notifications or anything like that. So I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about a potential new book project. I've got a friend of mine who is, as far as I'm concerned, is brilliant. He's got a fantastic idea for a book. He is not really a writer though, right? So I want to say this in a way that is gracious and encouraging. Don't let what you perceive as a weakness keep you from adding value to others. Okay. Let me be clear about this. Okay. I believe that life has a way of putting the pieces together. When I work with the folks at Resonate, the young adults group that my wife and I help out, when I work with them, I say to them all the time, and this is referencing my faith in God, and I say, He always works it out. Stop stressing out about things, because you know what? He always works it out. And I believe that. I believe that He always works it out. I don't have to live in this big house. I don't have to have a brand new Volkswagen in the driveway. I don't have to have a Hayabusa. It's nice to have it, but I don't have to have it. But will He always allow me to feed my family and have some place to live? Yes, I believe He will. So I believe that He always works it out. And so if you have a way to add value to others, that adding value to others is the thing, right? It's the thing. It's a purpose, right? Your purpose is to add value to others. And so if you have a strength in adding values to others, there's going to be a way to exercise that strength, even if that strength requires you to leverage a weakness somewhere. Okay. So let's say you've got a weakness somewhere. You can do what? You can delegate the weakness. You can train on the weakness. You can hire the weakness. There's all kinds of ways to figure this out. And so I'm a writer, and people that have taken my power sports training, people that have, read a service manual in the last 2 years from Suzuki, people that have, looked at service bulletins, things like that. That I am literate. That I can write. Now, here's the thing. I am really, really good at taking information and making it my own. I'm really good at fixed operations training. Did I invent how to put in a spark plug? No, right? But am I really good at teaching technicians how to properly put in a spark plug? Yes. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about. This particular individual is really good at making the new idea, but he's not really good at expressing the new idea to others. And that's my gift. So I think him and I are probably going to work on this project together, and I'm pretty excited about it. I like the idea that, I get to work on something that's new and that's creative and that adds value to others. And I like that the idea behind it is brilliant, and I get to be a part of bringing that forward. So I'm looking at some notes now. We'll see how well that can all get put together. And if that looks like it's going to work out, super excited, because I think that could be a really, really good project for, again, adding value to others, right? paying it forward. Other than that, let's see. We've got some restructuring we're doing in the Mañana No Mas Academy. We are adding courses to the fixed operations course, and folks that have not yet signed up, you've got about a week left. I'm looking at the calendar. You've got about a week left to get the introductory pricing, right? So phase 1 was a beta test. Phase 2 was entry pricing, right? Early adopter pricing. Phase 3 starts August 1st. Phase 3 goes to, professional training fees, right? So $34.95 per year per person to work with people within your service department at your dealership, whether that be power sports or marine. I am currently working on expanding the reach of that content. It's very power sports focused in the way that it's delivered currently. And I'm working on kind of breaking that out and saying, okay, it could be power sports, could be marine, could be bicycle, could be RV. And I'm working on incorporating more into that. Eventually, we'll be going to phase 4 pricing. Phase 4 pricing, that'll be, again, another rise in fees, but it goes with the amount of content that people are getting and the amount of personal work that they're getting, right? So when we go to phase 4 pricing, because I want to let people know that there is a plan, right? Because I think in the beginning, people are like, oh, what's all this about? Well, there's a plan. This is how all this stuff works. It develops over time. You develop these courses based on demand, right? And so as phase 4 comes around, it's going to be a certification process with Mañana No Mas to actually certify service writers and service managers to work in these dealerships. So when a dealership wants to hire a service writer, they'll say, oh, do you have any certifications? And the service writer can say, yes, I'm Mañana No Mas certified in service writing and managing. And what that's going to communicate to the dealer owner is you have customer service training, you understand communication styles, you are good with establishing and maintaining processes within a department, you understand the service sales funnel to increase productivity and efficiency throughout the shop, you're good at team building, right? Team building and communication, and you understand invoicing, warranty processes, and how to interact with the OEMs regarding buybacks. Now, when you put all that together and you go, oh, neat. Like the OEMs, when I trained for Ducati, it was like, here's a good package for service writers, right? But over here was like, stop buybacks, right? And then same thing with other brands, right? They'll say, well, this is what you need to have on a repair order. This is how you file a warranty claim. And this is how you don't get a motorcycle bought back. Like boom, 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 right? Now, those 3 things make an OEM class because the OEMs are, right? They're looking after their best interests. But as I created this course, I said, what does a dealer need, right? For instance, in the service writer training that I have currently in the fixed operation space, I actually have a couple of fitness courses petered in for people and goal setting courses petered in for people. And that's because I personally believe you can only succeed in business as much as your body will allow you, right? If you're tired, if you're drunk, if you're a chain smoker and you're fat, you're going to have a hard time breeding excellence within the work environment, right? You need a certain energy level. You need a certain, you need a drive. And I believe that drive, if you can exhibit that drive physically, you can develop that drive corporately, right? So I believe that physical fitness is a direct relation to fiscal fitness. And so I've given some of the power sports people access to some of these fitness classes that I have. And it's more of a mentality of how to stay fit, how to work towards being healthy, and how to have a good balance between health and work. And all of this works out. So if you're not already in the system, I encourage you to take advantage of the entry-level pricing. As I said, it expires in about a week. And that puts us, I think, at all of our announcements for today. Folks, I am thrilled to see you guys. I know that, doing a morning check-in all the time, sometimes it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but I think it helps keep things on track. And I hope that it helps you to recognize that it takes a certain consistency to find success. And I'm trying to demonstrate that consistency through what I'm doing to hopefully blend into something that you can become consistent with yourself if you're one of my coaching clients. So have a great day. Love y'all. Peace out. Mañana no más. Let's get some stuff done today. All right.